Welcome, beginners. I'm very glad to prepare this tutorial about Python fundamentals. In this video, we'll deal with some fundamentals of Python programming language. Let's start our journey. You can see on the screen a very beautifully drawn, humorous clipping. Each part of the clip is connected. You can memorize or you can recall the short story by the view of this drawing. So you can compare and you can very well analyze what I am trying to say here about non-programmer, programmer, and when you are becoming a Python programmer. So with this smile and with this very fantastic display, we are going to start our next part of the video. So where we'll start with the basics of Python. So today we'll have the discussion on programming fundamentals, obviously, which is related with every programming, even with Python. What are the skills of good programming, and something about flowchart and algorithm. Now, what is programming? As we are at the starting phase of our programming, so we should know. Programming basically, in a simple, other than the technical, if I explain you, programming is nothing a structured coding, a program. What is your program today? Means you will be, in that case, if someone asks, what is your program today? You will be telling whole day's routine in a organized manner. It's not that first you will be telling what I'll be doing in the evening, then afternoon, then morning. No, you from morning to evening, whatever you're planning, that you will explain step by step. The same thing we are doing in programming. The statements are in an organized way, kept in one place, where we take help of any of the language which computer understands. That is programming. So few work out for you. Who is the first programmer? Which is the first programming language? And which is the first program written? These are the very interesting facts which you should know as your general knowledge before starting programming. So you find it out and let me know in the comment section. How to do good programming. The learning capability in anything, if you do, that is required. Learning skills are required. Then reasoning, which is a very important part before you do any programming. Reasoning, logical aptitude, skill. From childhood, you are doing mental maths. You are doing the questions of reasoning, which increases your thinking ability. So that is also required in programming. So in various exams also you are getting these types of questions. So if that skill you have, or that skill, it's not that it's inbuilt, with practice it will come. And then abstract thinking. Abstract means something which is hidden, the skill or the talent which is hidden. Or whatever, in other way, if I say, whatever you see in the foreground, that is not only the reality. In background also few things are happening that you should connect with the foreground. Say for example, if I'm explaining you this tutorial, whatever you see in front, that is all only not the thing. I'm taking help of softwares, I'm taking help of tools, I'm taking help of hardware, software, everything. Then I am able to prepare this video. So that is the abstract part of this video, which is not seen, but that is there. In front only you can listen my voice or the pics or the written content, but this is not the reality only. This is one of the fact, but there is few things or many things at the background. Even when you purchase any product, you see what you see normally. You see the look of the product or the performance, but the mechanism or technology or technicality, what is there behind, we are unaware of that. But it's not that without that, that product is functioning. So those things are abstract for us. So we have to, not only in programming, we have to think what is asked, but something we need to find out by our own way, or the background details we need to we should try to find it out. What is actually the objective of the program, the particular program, if it is given to you. So that will, again I'll repeat, that will be coming by practice only. If you practice, programming will go very smooth. And initial phase we have to go in a very slow speed, and we'll try to write the small programs. The next part, that is patience, which we all are normally these days lacking due to many reasons. So that is a very important. If once you are doing a programming and suppose you are not successful making a proper program, or you are not getting the desired result, again you need to try. In every step you will keep on improving, and finally you will get the result. Sometimes it happens that in initial phase only, if you are not able to make certain program, you leave it. Or this is a human nature, that if giving up is the easy task, but carrying the facts, so we have to try and try, and at last we'll get success. The same thing is being applied in programming. Other than that also, many skills are there which are required, but I'm only dealing with the major skills over here. Now let's start with the another segment of programming that we should know, or we should practice this before writing a good program. Algorithm. Now what is algorithm? In computer science, algorithm is step-by-step writing of a program in an organized way. In very simple language it is explained. So it's nothing. In algorithm you need not to know about the programming. you have to write in English language the step by step. If I ask what is the uh, uh, schedule of today's for you, then you sequentially you will be telling your schedule or the timetable for a particular day. That is only algorithm. Same way, if you are provided with any program, or before writing a program, you should be in a habit to write algorithm or any other pseudocode like flowchart. But maximum in we prefer to write algorithm. Now let's write few algorithm where it's in a simple English we are going to write the steps. Write an algorithm to print the remainder after dividing the number by 10. Before to that, I could have given you to write an algorithm to prepare coffee, write an algorithm to prepare Maggie, 2 minutes Maggie, 2 minute noodles. So that's nothing but in a simple step you can explain boiling the water, putting the raw Maggie inside that, then few vegetables, masalas, and then your Maggie is ready. So that is the algorithm of preparing a Maggie. Same way in programming, we write step by step. Only little bit of touch of programming will give, that you may give, you may not, that depends on you. So once you write the algorithm, after that it's easy to convert that algorithm in any of the programming language you want to convert. So you can read over here, which can be further converted to the programming language in which you wish to write the program. So algorithm can be converted to any of the language in which you want to convert. So here the algorithm to find the remainder. In computer science, as we know, this symbol is known as, many of you might be knowing even, this is known as modulus. In short, we say mod or otherwise modulus. We say it modulus operator. What is the importance of this operator? This operator will give you the remainder. So in step 1, what we are doing? In step 1, entering a number, say the number is n. And then finding the remainder n mod 10, because as according to the algorithm we have to divide the number by 10. You can take any other number to find a remainder after dividing it by 5 or anything. So I have taken here 10, one example, and whatever the result, that will be storing into the variable named as remainder, and then print remainder. So here I have used some operators like equal to, modulus, just giving the touch of the programming. If you are not comfortable doing this, you can write everything in English completely. Divide the number n by 10, and then you can write divide the number n by 10, and whatever remainder will be there, print the remainder. So completely you can write. And then last step is end. So a very small algorithm, hope it is clear to you. Accepted a number, then divided it by 10, and because this operator in computer science is for finding the remainder, so the remainder is getting stored in left hand side of equal to, and then equal to is also an important operator in computer science, and then printing the remainder and then end. So let's move to the another algorithm. Write an algorithm to check whether the number is positive or negative. Step 1, enter the number, say A. This time I have taken A. You can take any suggested or proper name from your end. As we know that positive or negative, if number is greater than 0, it is positive, otherwise it is negative. So if, that is a complete English word, if A greater than 0, then what we have to do? If the number is greater than 0, that means the number is positive. So print. Just randomly I have taken the word print because print is commonly used in a different ways in every programming language. Then the number is positive. Otherwise, in place of else you can write otherwise also. Means it's depending upon you. Whole thing, whatever we have written in step 2, whole thing you can write in same line. Here you can write in same line, but I have written in different line. Actually, this is the conventional style we do write in programming. So but you can write in one line also. There is no error in that if you write in that way. In further you will understand all these things in very detail when you'll start writing the actual programming. So I have written in different line just to show the clarity. So else the number is negative and the last step is end. So hope this small algorithm is clear to you. So as you have seen, algorithm writing is not so difficult. It's a very easy task. If some are good in preparing flowchart, you can prepare very well flowchart. But as you grow in programming, we prefer algorithm, not flowchart, because algorithm writing is also easy and it is preferred writing the algorithm. This is a kind of pseudo code. Pseudocode can be algorithm, pseudocode can be flowchart. Now the small task for you, write an algorithm to check whether the number is even or odd. As in the first algorithm, I have told you to how to find the remainder with the modulus operator. With the help of that operator, you can find out, divide the number by 2. If the remainder is 0, it is even, otherwise it is odd. And a general knowledge question, who developed algorithm and from where that person belongs to? Very small task, but you will be having fun doing so. Hope you have enjoyed the small tutorial video clippings. If any doubt, you can very well comment or you can give your suggestions. That is welcome. Thank you for this tutorial. Have a nice time.